Why is it? Why do we still have the counter here? How can I see my new component?
Because we called it in the entry point.
Yeah, we need to call it in the entry point. So what is our entry point? App.csx. So comment this off, and let's call the accordions here. So accordions should be auto imported, but if it doesn't, just get to the end and press control space. Let me close the other window, so maybe that's why it's not loading. Okay, it's imported now. Save it, and let's go back to our browser. And we have this accordions. Okay, let's start the designing. We already have the tailwind included. So I need you to tell me the classes I'm going to write here. So first of all, I'm going to write container. What does this class do? What does container do?
It's a div.
Yes, that is going to do what?
Hold the other thing.
No, it's going to have a div that is going to have around 80% of the width, and it changes according to the screen size. And Max Auto is going to get that div in the center. P10 is going to have a padding, and let's say shadow is going to have some shadow. I'm going to say W 1 by 2. What does 1 by 2 mean? It's going to have a width of
The
what?
half of screen.
Yes, exactly. Half of screen. W 1 by 2. And let's say MT10, that is margin from top. I need to have 10, that is around 40 pixels. So yeah, perfect. We have the container. Let's increase the shadow so we can see it better. Perfect. Okay, so inside this, let's say h2 with a class of, let's say, accordions, and we should see it here. Yeah, perfect. Let's increase the size. Class text for Excel and text center. Perfect. Okay, beneath this, under this, we are going to have our second component, that is a single accordion. So I'm going to make a new component here. Let's call it single accordion. Make sure this the file name starts from capital letter because it's a component. RAFCE. Now this project is really important because it covers all of the things, all of the stuff we have studied until now in React. Okay, so let's design this single accordion as well. So accordion has two things. One, it has a question. Second, it has the answer. So I'm going to make a shadow 2xo my3, that is I want to have a margin from top and bottom, and the width of full, that is I want to take up as much width as its parent have, and padding of 5. Okay, inside this we'll have two things, h2 with text exo font semibold, and it's going to hold a question. If it, yeah, question is, let's say, let's put lorem, and beneath this we're gonna have a paragraph with class of, let's say, text gray 500. Yeah, I'm gonna have lorem, let's say, maybe 30. So let's see, what do we have? We can see it. Why can't we see this, the single accordion? Why can't we see the single accordion, the one we just designed? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just the screen is lagging a little bit, so we can't really see it fast.
Okay, so can you guys see my Chrome screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so my question is, why can't I see the single accordion that I just designed? It's a really simple question. Like everything is perfect. We have a heading, we have a paragraph. Why can't I see it? Okay, a simple question. Which component is this? The one you're seeing on your screen. Is it single accordion or is it accordion? It's accordion, exactly. So basically what we are seeing on the screen is accordion. What is this component? Which single accordion. So if we want to see this single accordion, where are we going to call it? Yes, exactly. So that's why we can't see it, because if you want to see it, you need to call it inside its parent. And who's the parent of single accordion? We want to see it inside the accordion. So beneath this, you guys need to do a lot of practice, and I think you guys haven't did even one assignment up until now. So we need to call it in a form of tag, so single accordion. Let's see, and we should have perfect. We have the accordion. Okay, let's increase the answers width so we can have more content. Okay, let's give it a margin from top and bottom. Okay, maybe not yet. Okay, so now what do I want to do is I want to have an icon here, like the one that's showing whether it's open or closed. So where do I get the icons from? Where do I get the icons from? Yeah, it should be something like that, but we are going to use something way better, and it's called React icons. Okay, there's a special library for React that is called React icons, and you are going to find every icon that has ever been made, almost every icon. Like it has a lot of libraries, like you would see Bootstrap here as well. Look, Bootstrap, we have box icons, circle icons, CSS, whatever. We have a lot of variety of icons. So what we want is a drop down, so we can say drop down. So you would see drop downs from a lot of libraries, like you would have a lot of variety. So let's say what I want to have is this one, so I'm going to click it. It's going to open up this window. So icon here is treated as a component, so that's why we need to first import it. So copy it, import it here, and wherever we want to call it, we can simply call it like in a form of tag because it's a component. So we want to call it right in front of this. So how do I put it side by side? How do I put this question and the icon side by side? We can use what? Exactly. So we can say flex justify between items center. Come on. And here we have our heading, and let's call the icon, save it, and let's see. Okay, it's saying exactly. So you cannot use this unless you install the library. Whenever you want to use a library, you need to install it. So how do I install it? If you were to go in the home page, they'll tell you how you can install it. So how you can do it? Npm install and the name of the library. So we need to install this library in order to use it. So let's copy it. And where do we run it? In the terminal, obviously. But you are not going to run this in this terminal, because this terminal is running our server and you cannot write it. Even if you write it, although it's going to type here, but it's not going to execute it. So that's why you're not going to touch this terminal. You are going to create a new terminal with this plus icon, and you can paste the link we copied, the command we copied to install the React icons, and run it here. So it's going to take a bit and it's going to install our library. So after installing the library, we can use it. Okay, it doesn't take that long, but okay, it's done. So now we can use it. We already imported it. We already did written it where we want it to be. So let's see. Let's go back to our page, and we should see it here. Let me refresh it. Okay, yeah, here's the icon. So let's do some styling on it. I'm gonna say it's going to have a class of cursor of pointer, and let's increase the size. Maybe let's say text 2xo or 3xo maybe. Perfect. Okay, now tell me this. Do we see the answer by default or is it hidden?
By default.
It's hidden. Exactly. So we are going to put a class of, let's say, hidden on it. It means display none. So we are going to see nothing here. Perfect. So now what I want to do is, when I click on this icon, I need it to be shown. How can I do it? Think and answer.
On click.
Yeah, perfect. We are going to put on click on it. So let's say here we're going to say on click. So what do we want to do on click?
Drop down.
What am I going to write here? Like, how would I know whether it's being clicked or not? How would I know that? Who is going to tell me whether it's being clicked or not? Okay, let me give you a hint. When I click on this, this thing is being changed. So what are we going to do? when we click on this component is being changed. So we are going to use a state. State is going to tell me whether its component is being changed or not. So here I'm going to create a state. How do we create a state? We say const array brackets and then the name of the state. So let's say I'm going to say show and set show. So is my answer being shown by default or not?
No.
Exactly. So the value of state initially is going to be false. Like state is going to be false by default. So let me import it, because we need to import it in order to use it. Perfect. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so when we click on this icon, what do I want to do? I need to change the state from false to true, right? So how do I do
Yes.
it?
We use set show.
Exactly, but before set show, is it inline function or external function?
Inline.
Inline, so
We
we need
have
to
to
do what?
invoke it.
Exactly, good. So we need to invoke it. I'm gonna say set show to be true. Okay, that means when we click on this icon, I want the value of show to be true. So what's going to happen here? So here what we are going to say is, if show is true, like if the value of show is true, I want to add a class of block, like I want the display block. But if the show is false, I need it to be hidden. Okay, so if the show is false, add the class of hidden. But if it's true, the value of show is true, I need it to be block. How can I do it? How can I put conditions here? We did it in the previous class. How can we do it?
Yes. If conditions.
We can do if here. We studied specific conditions in the previous class, if you guys remember.
Uh, ternary.
Exactly, good. Ternary operator. So basically here we want to put conditions here. So this is HTML, this is CSS. So we can do conditions here. So we need to take this into JavaScript. So how do we do it? We put
Curly bracket.
very good curly brackets. And now you need to basically join strings and variables. So we are going to put what? Backticks,
Backtick.
and remove these quotations. So this thing needs to be written on the condition. So this thing. So I'm going to cut it and I'm going to put condition here. Dollar curly braces. So let me disable this. So we are going to say if show question mark. What does it mean? What does show question mark mean? What does it mean? If show is true, okay, show question mark means if show is true, what class do we want to put? We want to put the class
So
of
it's true, then
block, right?
he block.
What do we do for else? Like if it's show is not true, what do? We do colons. Else we want to put a class of hidden, and that's it. What we are saying here is, if show is true, add the class of block, else add the class of hidden in it. So by default it's going to be false. Okay, so that's why hidden is being applied here. So if we click on this, what's going to happen? Show is going to set to be true, and if show is true, the class of what is going to be applied? Block. So let me click it. It's here, but there's a problem. If I were to click here again, it's not going to go back. Why is this happening? Because what we said is, if we click on this, show needs to be true. We are never reverting it back to false. So what are we going to do? If you want to make it go back, if it's open, I want to close it. If it's closed, I want to open it. It's quite simple. What we are going to say here is set show inverse of show, like exclamation mark and then show. What does it mean is, what it means is, Whenever I click on this icon, I want the value of show to be inverse of whatever it is. For example, the initial value of show is what? It's false. So whenever we click on this icon, it's going to set the value of show to be inverse of show. So initially it's false. When we click on it, what's going to be the value of show? If we click on it the first time,
It's false.
initially it's false. But when we click on it, what's going to happen?
Then it's true.
Is true. If we click on it again, it's going to do the opposite of whatever the value of show is.
False. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so let me close it again. Let's see. And that's it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I need you to make an accordion with 5 items. And those five items are going to be come from mini database like we did in the first second class. Secondly, look, I can't go on like this if you guys are not going to do your assignments because it's no use, to be honest. Okay, you're not going to learn anything. Okay, so I need you guys to do all of the assignments we did before the next class. Like you need to do the first class, that was book list. The second one was, I guess, change title, and then we had the counter, and then we have this accordions. You guys need to do this before the next class. Otherwise, to be honest, it's not going to go smooth. Like you wouldn't get what I'm teaching you. You're not going to answer my questions, and this way you are not going to learn anything. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Any questions about this accordion?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, so before the next class, like tomorrow's class, please complete all of the tasks